Hello there and welcome to my channel. A month ago, Fujifilm announced that they will release a new firmware update, which is the Firmware 4.00 for this camera, which is the XT2. A couple of days ago, today is May 10, Fujifilm just released their new firmware update. And that firmware update, it will allow the Fujifilm XT2 to have the features of the newest and the flagship camera of the Fujifilm system, which is the Fujifilm X-H1. XT2 is a pretty old camera already. This was released back in 2016. I have this camera for nearly 3 years now. So I'm so excited to update the features of this camera. So guys, if you have an XT2 and you haven't updated yet your camera unit to the newest firmware update, the link is in this description box. You can download the firmware update straight from their website. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So before we can update a camera, first all you have to do is to prepare an empty SD card and insert it in your computer. Go to the website, and this is what their website looks like. You can find here all the latest updates if you will be successfully update the firmware of your camera. And then click the begin download button. Once you downloaded the file, put it in the SD card and take out the SD card from the computer. Insert the card in your camera while pushing down the display back button of the camera at the back of your camera. Turn on the camera at the same time, and this will appear on the LCD. You have to remember, guys, that if you are going to update the firmware of your camera, you have to make sure that the camera is fully charged while you are updating the firmware update to avoid any problems while the camera is updating itself. Just follow the instruction on the screen of the camera. It's pretty easy. I am so excited with all the updates that Fujifilm is giving to us customers. The first addition is the focus bracketing. This is super beneficial when it comes to sport photography, and also it will be compatible to the Fujinon MKX lenses, and it will enlarge and customize the indicators or information. And this is where the updates get really exciting. Addition of FLog SD card recording. So before, you cannot have an FLog here straight from the camera or straight from the SD card. So you have to have an HDMI attached to the camera in order for you to have an FLog. But now, because of the new update, we can now shoot FLog straight to the SD card. And another very exciting thing about the firmware, about the newest firmware update, is the addition of 1080p at 120p high-speed video mode for very smooth and slow motion. Enhanced face detection autofocus, we're going to test that also. Addition to flicker reduction. So actually, I'm just pretty excited with all the updates because I am now venturing out on the videography side. First thing that I'm going to demonstrate to you is the FLog. So this is what the FLog looks like. So FLog is basically like a raw files in stills or in photos. It is a flat photos, it is a flat quality kind of video, so that you can have more dynamic range when it comes to post-processing. So first thing that I did in this video is I applied LUTs, and after that I adjust the color. So it's like you're just adding preset and then adjusting the photo itself. And now let's go to the 120 frame per second. For this one, I shoot this at 30p. It means 4 times slower. The footage is just spectacular. And now guys, we're going to test the autofocus. So when it comes to autofocus, actually the speed is more on the subjective side. I just tried to demonstrate in this video, but I'm not really sure if this is pretty fast or not, because most of the time I just use the manual mode when it comes to video. But for me, in my eyes, it's actually pretty good. It's rapid when it comes to autofocus. So those are just my demonstration on the videography side. I have no chance to demonstrate to you the other features that have been added with the new firmware update, especially to photography. So yeah, that is in this video I just demonstrated to you the video features addition from the firmware update. If you're going to ask me, first off, I don't understand why Fujifilm does this. Why Fujifilm update their old models? They just released their newest flagship camera, which is XH1, and on September, well, I'm not really sure if they will be announcing the XT2 or the replacement of this camera, this old camera here. And now they are adding the features of the newest camera to the old ones, or to the old models. In my opinion, it's just my opinion, it's actually pretty bad for the marketing of the company. I'm not actually complaining or anything here. I'm actually thrilled and I'm actually happy. I'm just don't understand why they do this. Why are they going to add the new why are they going to add the features of the newest camera to the old models? It's just going to listen the reasons why people would upgrade to the newest flagship camera, right? Unlike from the other companies that before you can experience the upgrade, you have to buy the newest flagship camera or the newest model of their camera in order for you to have the newest features, right? So now the only difference from the XH1 is obviously the body, and obviously the IBIS or the in-body image stabilization, and as well as the Eterna filter. I'm just happy, I'm just thrilled that there is still a company like Fujifilm that gives importance to us customers by having a great ecosystem, good customer support, and by giving us exceptional firmware updates. So guys, that ends our video for today. Please watch out for another videography or photography vlog on the coming days. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on my channel, and see you again on the next one. Take care, bye bye.